Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. Name of my YouTube channel is Stay Black in America. Like, share, and subscribe. I just recently saw a movie. The movie was made in 2017 called Brawl. A gentleman who was working for this company, towing cars. He came back to the shop one day and they told me they had to let him go because the business was slow, and they had to fire him, had to let him go. So he came home early. He normally works all day long. He happened to catch his, I guess, wife at the time cheating on him. He got very furious, very angry, told her to go in the house. He proceeded to tear up the family car, strip it apart with his bare hands, as the movie shows. And then he went in there and started talking with her and said, "How long have you been cheating on me?" She said 3 months. And then he had mentioned about, she had mentioned about him working all around the clock. And he said, well, he had work around the clock to keep bills paid. And she said that she had been only working 1 day a week, not tutoring, being a substitute teacher. So she got she felt like she can go out and cheat and make some money, be a prostitute on the side. So, the worst thing about this whole situation, or this movie Brawl, is one bad decision after another, one horrible bad decision after another. Now, what he should have done was sever ties with that female and not have anything else to do with it. They didn't have any children. They didn't have anything to hold them together. Didn't own a house, just renting it. So could have severed his ties with her, and his life would have been much, much better. But no, he made a second ignorant decision. He met up with a guy who's his drug dealer, and he I just wanted to play the part as the mule, taking drugs back and forth to locations and dropping off and getting paid that way. So the movie screen flashes 18 months later. He's living in a house 3 times the size of the one that he had before. The woman who was cheating on him 18 months ago is now pregnant, maybe 6 months, with I think they said baby girl. Had a sonogram. He's doing his drug thing, pushing drugs around. He's a mule, delivering drugs to different locations. And all of a sudden he's called back to his boss's house. And his boss tells him he's going to start another relationship with a different type of guys, doing the same type of drug thing, except peddling their drugs around. And so he decides to do that. He didn't want to do it. He was reluctant. He thought they were like, the guys were kind of still on drugs. They had drug marks, lines in their arms. He didn't want to do it. And there's a conversation kind of like from the beginning, but, he decided to do it because his boss told him, there's no other choice. I want you to do this kind of thing, so you have to do it. So he had to do it. And so he goes up with these guys. The first job they get, the first illegal job they get, they go in and recover a chest with his drugs in the ocean, pull up, they had a little boat, pull it up. As soon as they get back to the shore, less than 5 minutes back, the police happened to pull up on him. Now, he had said, the guy who stars in this movie, Brawl, had told him in the beginning that, the police pull up on is just drop it. He had no problem with dropping the supplies, throwing it back in the ocean, so they don't get caught for any kind of crime or penalties, right? They didn't do that. They had a shootout with the police. He ended up shooting both his partners in the back because they were guys that he didn't want to be partners with to start with, and they were going to kill some police, and it probably would have been life in prison. So, but before he even did that, he had the opportunity to just leave, not even be there. He could have left those guys where they were, let them have this shootout, got back in the boat, drove to someplace else, came back in the daytime. No, he didn't do that. He came back there, which was, again, a bad decision. This movie is full of bad decisions. So he gets locked up, and he gets locked up. He gets a 7-year sentence because they notice that he can save some police life. He gets a minimum security prison. He's in the minimum security prison, starting his 7 years timeout. And then he gets a visitor, and the visitor states to him that your pregnant wife, we're going to cut off the legs and the arms in your baby inside your wife's womb. So he has to kill somebody in order for that not to happen. So in order to do that, he has to get out of that easy minimum security prison we spend time in and go to a maximum security prison, right? So he beats up a couple of guards and he gets sent there where the other so-called guy is housed there. Come to find out the guy wasn't really housed there. The people housed there were people that he kind of double-crossed, the people that were willing to kill some police, The one of them he shot in the back will survive. The other one I think died. So this other Hispanic mastermind or criminal was locked up there, but he had a whole corridor of a prison where he lived like a rich man inside prison. You know, has the way to regular clothes on, having food brought to him. I guess because his money was able to pay for these kind of adventures. And he wanted this other guy bad because the other guy, he blamed him for the $3 million being confiscated of drugs by the police. So, you know, he had him in there and he had him punished him, hit him with electrical charges in there because the warden and the guards all involved. And, you know, it's this big money thing, making money doing that. So he's being tortured. He ends up killing mostly everybody in there. The guys he had the problem with, the guys who were locked up with that mastermind guy, the mastermind Spanish guy himself, he kicked his head off inside a toilet open space. I mean, you know, where toilets should be, just a hole there. And ended up getting shot and killed in the end. Himself locked up. Now, just a series of horrible, bad decisions that you could avoid. Like I said, the first decision you could avoid was leave that woman who was cheating on him. He was giving it all, working day and night, trying to provide, and she's still cheating on him. He should have left her. Second thing he did wrong was deciding to sell some kind of drugs. There's always a dead end when you get involved in that kind of thing. You know, no matter how much you're enjoying yourself right now, what you're making, it's always a dead end. You always end up losing. The third thing, when they got caught on the you know, with the police, he should have just ducked away and left. That would have been a wise decision for him to do, because he couldn't accuse them of the money being lost, because the people because the Hispanic drug guy, the people he picked were the people who got caught with it. They didn't throw it away, and so he couldn't have been accused of it. He could have got out of it there. So, you know, then getting locked up, and the thing about that woman, the same woman that cheated on him, and he's trying to protect that baby that she's carrying. And honestly, do you really even know it's your kid? I mean, she's cheating on you once before. Does that mean she could have been cheating on you again? So you don't even know whether it's your baby or not. But it all ends up with him, you know, going to an early grave. The movie lets off with that woman who was supposed to have been his wife, supposed to have been his baby. She ends up living. And the guy who got him involved in being a mule in the first place is with his wife, who is his widow now, because he's dead and gone. Man, what a horrible, horrible story, horrible movie, horrible situation to be in. But it goes to show you what bad decisions put you. And, you know, there's always a decision to be made. We have decisions all the time in our life we have to make. And so you can make some bad ones, man. Just try to make some real good ones along with the bad ones, and not make the bad ones that can take you down or cause you to lose your life. So look, like, share, subscribe to my channel, Stay Black and American. Check that movie out. It was made in 2017. It's 2024. So I just happened to see it on Netflix or something a couple of days ago. And I thought it was ironic how guys seem to come out with the bad end of a situation when you're dealing with those promiscuous females, those females willing to lay down and have sex with somebody else while they with you, or, you know, want that other income while they with you, and that's the only way somebody can make it seem to earn it for themselves. Stay away from it, run, avoid it, go the other way. Life be better by yourself than with them 24/7. So like, share, subscribe to my channel. Until next time. Bye.